Hello, welcome to the Waterhole Tarot. This is my first series of readings on YouTube, so I want to do just a quick intro video which I'll stitch onto the beginning of each reading, just as a quick intro obviously, and to tell you a little bit about how my readings will roll. My setup is pretty crude at the moment, and my presentation is shithouse, but this is the first one. The most important thing is the message, so hopefully that will you can overlook my newbie-ness and just listen to the message, because that's all I really care about. So my name is Minjara, and I'll be doing readings on the new moon and full moon of each month. I like to work with the lunar cycle and not so much in a linear time frame, because I feel like everything is cyclical and what goes around comes around. So we're just going to be running with new moon and full moon readings for the moment, general readings for sun, moon and rising signs, and that's about all I've got to say. I'm just going to jump into the readings, and yeah, give me some feedback, because like I said, this is my first series of readings, so I would really appreciate your comments, feedbacks, likes, subscribes, what have you, and just to let me know what you thought of the readings, if it resonated, and if it didn't resonate, there's other really cool readers, and this might not be for you, but please let me know what you think of it. So we'll just jump into the readings now. Hi Cancerians, this is your April 2019 new moon reading. The new moon on April 5th is in Aries, so this is the perfect time to start something new. If there's something you wanted to manifest, or a new beginning, something that you need to change, now is the time to harness that new moon energy and kickstart something, get something going. It's the perfect time to jump into something new. So this is a general reading for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon and Rising. If you identify with your rising sign, it won't resonate with everyone, but there's definitely a group of you who have a message here, so I hope you find it helpful. You guys are having an emotional awakening. Something has come in for you quite suddenly. Might be a new offer. I think it's a new offer of love, unexpectedly, I think. Definitely a love offer that's woken up some emotions in you that you might not be which might have taken you by surprise. Sort of unfamiliar territory here, this new emotional landscape that is laid out before you now, and you're being called to trust that and run with it, that you're on the right path. A part of you knows that you are on the right path, that this is calling to you for a reason, and I think you need to trust that. I feel like there might have been a third party situation. Perhaps some of you are currently in a relationship and this new offer has come along, or this is part of a third party relationship where you might have suddenly realized your feelings towards another person, or another person has come towards you and awoken that up, and you might be feeling that it's time to move away from the other party and towards this other person. I feel like you've got some fear around that, possibly some guilt. You don't want to hurt somebody, but deep down you know that this is the right path for you. It's happened quite quickly. It's kind of picked up momentum all of a sudden, and it's something that you're not sure whether you should invest. You're a bit iffy about whether to invest in that. I think it comes from this fear of not wanting to hurt somebody else, because it seems to have taken you off guard a little bit. And on one hand, you know that there's some happiness and fulfillment, that this is the path that you want to take. But on the other hand, I think you're not sure whether you want to invest in this yet. I think you will. I think you will, because there's a sense of fulfillment and personal happiness in this, and that's what you feel. I think you're afraid of coming across as selfish or self-centered. Cancerians are typically very sensitive and caring towards others, and I think you might have a sense of guilt about taking this new path for yourself towards your own happiness. I think you feel like it's a bit selfish of you to do that, but there is a new beginning here, so instinctively you know you're being pulled towards that path, but you are a little bit worried about hurting and hurting somebody else and coming across as selfish. I think you've known this. This is maybe something that you have known is coming for a little while, or you may have sort of been keeping this to yourself. This is why I feel like it may be a third-party situation, that there has been something that you may have been less than honest about, keeping to yourself, sort of lying by omission, if that is not too harsh a way to put it. Not having really spoken out about this in the past, and suddenly it's all come towards you, this new offer and this potential new beginning, which is a fulfilling and good and possibly abundant and stable situation for you, that you know is going to be good for you, but maybe reluctant to speak it out. But I see that you will, once you do move towards it or speak it out, you will be dropping a burden. I think you need to let go of something that hasn't been serving you, that's been burdening you, and once you do get it out in the open, it's really going to lighten your load, and you can start moving more freely towards your own personal fulfillment and happiness. And that is here for sure. This new beginning is going to be fulfilling to you if you take that path, if you let go of these concerns of yours for perhaps the other people, and let yourself be a bit selfish. It's okay to do that. You are on the right path. You can be assured of that. The message here from the crow, who is the knower and the seer of things that other people can't see. This is a message that it's okay for you to take this path, and in towards fulfillment, towards personal fulfillment to you. And I feel like it is in love. It is a relationship that is going to be worth investing in. This again is saying that you need to think about yourself, nurture yourself, turn your love inward on yourself, be a little bit selfish if need be, because that's what's being called for here, is real nurturing of self and looking out for number one, and taking steps or taking up an offer that is in your best interest and will bring you ultimately personal fulfillment. It's a good move, you're on the right path, and just know that, just trust your intuition, and take care of yourself first, and think about your own sense of happiness and security and fulfillment, because that's where it's at for you. So that's all I've got for you, Cancer. I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you again.